Hey everybody, this is Strange to Society, and welcome back to Let's Play Okami. Alright, so, we just made it up through the stairs, we got our first of the brush power-ups, and now we're at this cave. And this is a shrine of the Cave of Nagi. Okay, so basically, this is Nagi, the hero that fought with Shiranui against Orochi 100 years ago at this time. Yeah, so this was that warrior that fought all that long ago. They built a shrine, but oh no, something is missing on this. The shrine obviously hasn't been taken care of all that well, and the sword is broken, but we just got a new power-up, so why don't we do something about that? And I know that's not straight, but it don't matter. Alright, so now we've got the sword fixed, and Isun is finally learning more about who and what we are. But hey, we have another constellation. And another constellation means another power-up if we can complete it. There we go. Alright. So. Okay, so basically we got another power-up. This is the Power Slash. It will be a very useful and very frequently used technique in both exploration, finding treasures, as well as fighting. So let's go ahead and show that off. Basically what you got to do is go in here and draw a straight line, like you just cut it, and boom, slash. Very nice. You can cut rocks, you can cut trees, but there are some things you cannot cut. It can be very picky, but it is very useful when fighting. So got to keep that in mind, as well as helping you to collect certain things, not only in the area, but also during fights. And I'll be showing that off, obviously, when we get to that. But anyway, man, we're in the third video, and we're still just explaining so much, because there's so much that it just talks about, and I'm trying to keep this text going slow enough so that you guys can follow it, but basically Isun right now has decided that if he wants to learn all of the brush techniques, then we're the person that's going to help him to do that, as long as he continues to follow us. Well, person, wolf, whatever. Anyway, so he decided that he's going to stick around now so that he can learn all of the brush techniques just as we are. Once you get to certain objectives, and there's really one thing for you to do, you will get this arrow kind of pointing you in the direction you need to go. But that's not very common, because this game does focus a lot on just kind of exploration and free roaming and doing your own thing. I'm going to cut this rock too. Okay. And I get some of that, so we're doing good. And it's nice too because, and I'll show this off later. Wait, okay, so anyway, okay, so now we have these wood things that are in our way, but we can do one big slash, cut them all down, and I think we cut down a tree back there in the ground, as well as these torches along with it. But anyway, what you can do is you can press the square button, do that little dash forward, and that helps you get a boost of speed. The longer you run, the faster you're going to go. But hey, we've got a fight! Okay, so he's basically saying that that mirror we have on our back, and it is a mirror, the shiny side is facing down, we can use to attack in these fights. So, and it's talking about when they're black and white, it's easier to take them out, but I'm going to show you something else. Once you knock them down, you do have one more hit that you can take on them, And if you do a power slash, they will release a demon fang. Demon fangs are quite useful. We can use those as currency for one particular merchant. Okay. Man, there's so much to talk about in these fights. Okay, but anyway, if you accidentally hit him again after his death, or during his death animation, then you will lose the ability to get that demon fang. But you want to be able to get as much as you can. After every fight, you gain yen. And you gain yen based not only by completing the fight, but also based on how quickly you finish the fight, as well as how much damage you take during the fight, and yeah, pretty much those two things. So complete the fight, do it quick, and don't take any damage, and you've got it down. But with that, there's really nothing else to explore in here, so let's move on back. We've got the two brush techniques that we need, so now we can go help out this village. So we can leave this spiritual plane, or we can go into another fight. That's okay. But anyway, so with these fights, there was something I was going to explain. Okay, so every time that you use a brush technique, it uses up one of those ink bottles you see on the side. And I think I got it. Okay, so I got that demon thing. And it will slowly refill, but you definitely want to be conservative when necessary, especially in the beginning. But if you take, every time you defeat an enemy, they will release an ink bottle that will fill one bottle back up. And all that's good. And you can see our health was above the ink bottles, and those are represented by those three sun symbols. And of course, you can upgrade all of those, so you can do all of that. Okay, so we just basically got to make our way back now. Nice long trek. There's several mini games and several collectibles and all that, and I'm just going to explain stuff as it comes along. I don't want to jump ahead. I just kind of want to keep moving. So I'm not going to go get too in-depth right now, but I just want to say again, I love this game. It is an awesome game. And if you haven't played it, if you have the opportunity to play it, you should play it. That's all I'm going to say. It is PlayStation 2. It was also released on the GameCube and re-released in HD form on the Wii. And of course, when you're playing with the Wii, then the brush techniques are actually, you know, point the Wiimote at the screen and do it like that. I probably could get into that, but for the most part, I just prefer the way I have it set up right now with the control stick. For one, I'm used to it, and for two, the Wiimote, if you've ever played the Wii, is not the greatest thing. But anyway, now that we're back out, finally, we can do what was asked of us and cut down this giant peach. Ah, beautiful. I love the art style in this game. It's just, so neat to look at. So colorful, so... I love it. Okay, so... the village has been restored. And there's Isun being a little pervert that he is, but whatever. And, yeah, he says he's just joking, but anyway. And this is a Japanese game, so you're going to have some of that kind of humor. You're going to have certain things go on that a little risque or a little, I don't know. But anyway, it's Japanese. That's just part of their culture. But anyway, let's go down to the village. But hey, look at this statue. Ah, sorry, need to take a drink. Okay, so we have that weird statue going on there. We have these dark, kind of rundown trees, but we can't do anything about them just yet. It's actually going to be a little bit before we can go do anything about that. And we have more statues? Huh, well, something's still not right. Oh boy. Alright, that didn't sound pleasant. Alright. Probably not good. Yeah, that was something. Yeah, okay. Something quite huge owns that roar, but anyway. So with that, we need to get up to a high place. And Isun's not patient. I mean, we're going in the right direction. I'm going in the right direction now, but you're going to see I can't even get there before he like interrupts me and says, hey, let's get up to a high place. Thankfully, he doesn't do that too often. But he's not interrupting. You're proving me a liar, man. That's not cool. I don't like that. Okay. Okay, well, he did it to me before. I don't know. Whatever. He doesn't want to play along. But, okay. Here we go. Highest point in the village. You know, I was contemplating actually doing voiceover for each of these characters since they don't have voice actors, but I realized, like, I started playing it again, and I realized there is so much commentary my voice would not survive. Okay, okay, let me try that again. What you gotta do is get up here and draw a circle. Or maybe I didn't activate something yet. Oh, come on. Wait, hold on. Because that dialogue should have been longer. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, anyway, well, this is a good time to show this off. Okay, so this is our menu. By pressing the start button, I activated this. You can see tools. These are everything that, all the items that we collect. Equipment is all of our weapons and stuff, and anything that we can equip. Pretty self-explanatory. This is our level up screen. I'll talk about this more later. This is where we can see our brush techniques and how to use them. This contains various scrolls, tips, hints, all that good stuff. I'll show that off later. And then here is our map, and then, of course, exit screen. Okay, but anyway, what I want to know... Okay, so our logbook tells us important story elements. And we have nothing in our journal. Okay, so I obviously missed something, so let me go... I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, so basically I had to talk to one more statue. I got a little ahead of myself. Sorry, guys. I'll meet you guys back up at the top of the hill here. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw this sun, which I was trying to do earlier. But, yes, we are the sun god, so we can draw a sun in the sky, so we already had that power. Yeah, your name is Amaterasu. That's the name of the sun god. So, of course, you'd have that technique from the start. Alright, it's Isun. And if it's nighttime, we can also turn it to day. The flowing brush is like music from the heavens. That's a line from grandfather's poem, so he's going to dub our powers the celestial brush. So that's what it's going to be called. And as soon as I can get Amaterasu to stop talking... Okay. Oh, hold on. Village Elder, Mr. Orange. Alright, so we've got... Oh, wait. So we've got another fight. Okay, so we have another fight, and this video is going a little bit longer than I really hoped it would. But once again, a lot of dialogue, and I don't really want to cut off in the middle of dialogue. So these guys are your basic enemies. They're not going to be doing all that much trouble, or not going to be giving you all that much trouble. So let's see, we'll get that. Make sure you do get the Demon Fang. They will disappear after a second, so keep that in mind. Okay, but anyway, so with that, hopefully we can get out of this. And to explain something, regular people, well, you know what, hold on. Because I bet, we're gonna hear from E soon some more, so hold on a sec. But yeah, certain areas, if you get rid of the demonic presence that's there, you'll restore some of the area. But, okay, so we got ourselves some praise. That's basically the equivalent of our experience in this game. The more praise you can get, the better it is. And basically, what he's going to talk about right now is the fact that people normally can't see your true form. They're just going to see a regular wolf. And that is because a lot of people have lost faith in the gods at this point. So when they see a god, they don't recognize it as a god. So when they see Amy here, they only see her as a regular wolf. But, however, there are certain characters, like children, for instance, that are more likely to believe, and they will see Amy's true form, or people who are more in tune with the gods and stuff like that. They will see Amaterasu's true form. And one of the main mechanics in this game is that gods draw their power from the faith of the people. And so one of our tasks is to restore the people's faith in the gods. And as we do that, of course, we're going to collect praise in that same aspect, which will help us power up by leveling us up. And we'll get to that more once I'm able to actually level something up, so I'll be able to show you that. But anyway, this video's gone way too long. I'm going to show you the next parts, talk about something else here in a sec, here right now. Anyway, check this out.
Alright, this time I'm going to cover Tachigami. Now, to get it out of the way, anyone who's born in the year of the rat is charming, clever, and thrifty. They pursue goals to the end, are honest and ambitious. They're lucky in life and prosperous, easily angered, but they have the ability to control their feelings and remain calm. And they're thrifty but generous to their loved ones. Okay, now that that's out of the way, something about the rat. Of course, most of us over here in the U.S. and in the Western countries obviously don't have positive feelings for the rat most of the time. However, the rat is a favorite animal in both China and Japan and is considered a symbol of good luck, especially the Fukunezumi, which is the lucky white rat. It's actually the first sign in the Oriental Zodiac and has a special significance. There is a story of it relating to Susano, actually, and I'll get more into Susano and all of how he's related to everyone else in actual mythology later on, but right now I just want to focus on the rat, so please don't jump ahead of me in the comments. I will eventually get to that, but right now I'm just focusing on Tachigami. Now, it says there was a great name possessor called Ohonamochi. I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering this language. I do not speak Chinese or Japanese, so please forgive me. But anyway, a Honomochi saved the life of a white hare. He was promised by the hare to meet Princess Yamiki, the daughter of Susano. They exchange glances and get married. Susano, however, doesn't like this match and tries to get rid of his son-in-law. One day, Susano shoots a humming arrow into the moors and orders Ohamochi to go and fetch it. However, when he's in the middle of the moor, it bursts into flames and he can see no way to escape until a rat appears and shows him a hollow where he can shelter. The rat hands the god the arrow, which it caught in its mouth, and he returned to his grieving wife, who nurses him back to health. There's also another story that talks about a rat, and I think this actually comes from China and not Japan, but it kind of relates. There was a famous artist named Seshu, and when he was a boy, he studied with some priests. One day, the priests were angry with him for all of his time spent painting and dreaming instead of studying in his lessons. So what they did is they tied his hands to a tree and told him to sit and repent of his ways. The boy wept at the tree, and he wept so long that it actually made the ground wet. Using his toes, he drew a picture of a rat into the ground, and it actually was so lifelike that the rats came to life. And being grateful for having given them life, they gnawed through the ropes that tied his hands. The priest came back and found him untied and heard the story, and were so awed by the story that they forgave him of his laziness and encouraged him to pursue painting. Given the theme of Okami and the fact that we get a cutting ability from Tachigami, I thought that was something kind of relevant. To get to Tachigami's name, of course we know Gami means God, but Tachi, from what I've researched, is actually a term used for a sword, and specifically a long sword carried by the samurai. Probably why we get the cut ability from him. There's actually a lot of stories about rats in both Chinese and Japanese mythology, and I would encourage you guys to go and look some of them up and tell us about them in the comments. Something that you might find interesting is the story of Tesso, the Iron Rat, and Raigo, both related to the same story. I found it kind of interesting as I looked it up. Once again, all of my information can be found in the comments, and I really hope you enjoyed this session, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.